I'm Carrie Harper, creator of the Flat Belly System for Diastasis Recti and PiYo Live Master Trainer. I get asked a lot, and I modify a lot for people who have diastasis recti injury. My creation of the Flat Belly System is helping people around the world recover and help their core re-engage after having diastasis recti, and also just learn proper core engagement for better core and lower back health. This specific series is for people who are working on the PiYo at home series, and it's also helpful information if you are going to a PiYo Live class for modifications specific to your injury. I always tell people, be your own best advocate, learn about your own body, and do what's best for you. If you have an injury, always cure the injury, heal the injury first. It doesn't mean that you're weak because you have to modify. It means that you care enough about yourself to heal your body first. Okay, so if you're going through PiYo at home or going to a PiYo Live class, I do recommend that you're familiar with the Flat Belly System, that you've worked through your 6 weeks, that you understand how to modify and how to core engage before progressing forward into PiYo. And when you're ready and you have looked through all that material and you feel ready to move forward, then use these videos to help you bridge back into your PiYo workout. This series I'm taking directly from the PiYo at Home series, and I'm starting today with Define Upper Body, which is a lot of core work. You'll notice that Michelle is on screen the whole time. Watch Michelle. She does most of the modifying for you, such as knees down in plank, 1 foot staying down when you do leg lifts, and that kind of thing. So watch her, but then for just a couple of the exercises, I have some alternates for you so that you don't break out of the rules that we have for the Flat Belly System. Okay, so in the very beginning, you're going to do your roll down to warm up. Just make sure that when you are rounding your spine and pulling the navel in, that you are not over pulling to the point where the muscles want to open and spill forward. If it feels engaged and pulled in, then you're doing it right. Then she goes into the cat-cow. When you get to this all-fours position, make sure the hands go directly under the shoulders and the knees under the hips, and then put a little bit of pressure back here on your toes. You're going to notice right away that the core muscles have to kick on. Also, keep yourself just pulled out of your shoulder joints and keep this part, that hammock that goes from hip bone to hip bone, turned on the whole time. So when we go up into cat pose, just tuck your chin under, push up in between your shoulder blades, and tuck that tailbone under. That's going to help you engage your core. You don't need to push the middle of your spine upward, especially if your injury is in the middle of your abdomen. Then, instead of going into cow, you go into just a flat back and neutral spine. Don't drop your ribs and your abdominals out into the mat. Now, why we always have lawn equipment going on in my neighborhood, I don't know, and I apologize. It just is what it is. So thank you for your concentration and focus as we go through this. All right, so that is your modified cat, modified cow. It's a slight movement, but it will help with spinal mobility. When you get to 1408 approximately in this workout, you're going to need to lie on your back. Now, what's the rule? Turn onto your side first and then lay onto your back. And then they're going to go into these crisscrosses. So let me show you something to do instead. Lay on your side, roll onto your back, get your shoulders flat, tuck your tailbone under you, and then make sure your ribs are also down, not flared up toward the ceiling, but everything is in and nice and controlled. Okay, so you're going to just lift one leg, and you're going to take the opposite hand, and you're going to push against that leg without lifting your head or shoulders off the mat. If you do that properly, you're going to feel the core muscles kick on. And then you're going to do the same thing with the other side. And really take your time here. You don't need to go quickly at all. You're actually going to get a better core engagement if you go slowly. What I'm doing with my arms now is I'm just setting them out to the side just for ease of use. And really press leg to hand and hand to leg. Do it both ways. Don't just press and push yourself away. Use it more like two opposing forces going towards each other. Okay, that's your crisscross alternate. When you get out of any lying position, go onto your side. Use your arms to help you sit or stand back up. At 12:30, they go into a full roll-up. So we are going to do a single leg lift instead, and we're going to start with a bent knee. So we're on our back, and we're going to go ahead and let our legs stretch out, which is going to make your back come away from the mat a little bit. Flatten your shoulders out, tuck your tailbone under you, keep your core muscles in nice and strong. Start with a bent knee first. And for some of you, you might have to even start from here and go into the chest, because this is a long way to go using core muscles. We don't want this to pop out ever, right? So you use a range of motion that is not going to allow those muscles to pop out. You notice what I'm doing? I put my hand here, and it really helps me focus on it and make sure that I'm not breaking any of the rules. Okay, so again, you can start here and pull the knee into the chest. You can start here and pull the knee all the way into the chest. And then the third level would be to go into a straight leg up and over the body, which takes a little more control and isolation, taking your time here. The leg that stays on the ground is stabilizing you and pressing down into the mat. Take your time to get to that level of development. It is a progress, right? Okay, so then at 6:45, they go into rolling like a ball, an exercise that I love. And I want you to sit where you can keep your chest open, where you're sitting a little bit behind the sits bones, and where you're pressing leg to hand and hand to leg. Come up onto your toes to make it a little more comfortable, but push, again, those opposing forces against each other, which really helps kick the core on, and really tuck the navel up and into the body. And we're going to stay right here, and we are just going to lift and lower and lift and lower. So I'm not going to have you roll all the way back. I'm not going to have you leave this position. This is a nice way to get the core involved in a different way. And then, like I said, the rest of that workout, it's all about Michelle. Watch her. Thanks for joining me today. I will catch up with you on another PiYo workout.